Tenny Madis excited to make WTA 125 debut in PH Women's Open. Manila, rising Filipina tennis star Tenny Madis is relishing the opportunity to compete in her first ever WTA 125 tournament later this month. Madis and Filipina ace Alex Ila were granted wildcard slots in the inaugural Philippine Women's Open, since they are the top two ranked players from the Philippines. "I'm so very grateful for the wild card. It's a great opportunity to compete in this higher level and gain valuable experience. So I see it as an invitation to do better, to do my best," she told the media on the sidelines of the Philippine Women's Open press conference in Pasay City on Tuesday. "It feels so special to compete at home, and I'm very excited. Super excited kasi makalaban ko young mga higher level na players," the 18-year-old added. Madis said she is training consistently with her team, the Philippine Tennis Academy, in preparation for the WTA 125 tournament. "I've been training consistently with my team, the Philippine Tennis Academy, with Coach Bobby Angelo, and my teammates as well. Yes, it's very intensive training and mag-improve papa young muscles," she shared. Madis had a stellar performance in 2025, winning the Gentry Open Women's Singles title and her first Philippine-Colombian Association (PCA) championship in October. The 18-year-old likewise clinched 2 bronzes, one in women's doubles and in the team event, at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Thailand held in December. Read, AJ Lim defends PCA Open crown as Tenny Madis captures first PCA title. "The lessons panamaan ko is to do my best and have fun lang pa. Palagi lang sinasabi in Coach ko, si Coach Bobby, laban para sa bayan and gapong talaga para sa bayan," she said. Despite being up against high-ranked WTA players in the upcoming tournament, Madis said she is focused on doing her best and gaining valuable experience. "So, my goal is to compete well. And I just focus on to enjoy every match. And yeah, to compete hard," she said. Madis said her inspirations are her team, her family and the trailblazing Ila, whose participation in the tournament is still dependent on her campaign in the Australian Open. FILTA Secretary General John Ray Tianco underscored the importance of tournaments like this for players like Madis. "When I first saw Tenny when she joined last year's ITF, after playing ITF and competing with other international players, the next time I saw her she was so much better," he said. "This is a big step for Philippine tennis. Because once they experience playing with top-caliber players, it's different. You want to be better. When you experience their shots, then you know what to improve on. Malaking bagi pa ito," Tianco added. She believes having the country host its first ever WTA 125 tournament will create a huge impact and inspire the Filipino tennis community. "It's a big impact for me and all the players SA tennis community SA Philippines. Since the WTA 125 is a big tournament, so lahat pa siguro enjoy or excited SA upcoming tournament," she added. The Philippine Women's Open will run from January 26th to 31st at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila. Tenny Madis and the first step onto a bigger stage. The morning air in Manila carries a particular kind of energy, warm, restless, and full of movement. For Tenny Madis, it feels different this time. The courts look the same, the sound of tennis balls striking strings is familiar, but the meaning behind every step she takes is heavier, richer. This is no longer just another tournament. This is her WTA 125 debut at the PH Women's Open, and with it comes the quiet thrill of a dream inching closer to reality. Tenny has learned that excitement doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it sits calmly in the chest, steady but powerful, like a held breath before a serve. She feels it now as she tightens her laces, rolls her shoulders, and looks across the court. The WTA 125 level represents a turning point, a bridge between promise and proof, between being known in small circles and stepping into the wider conversation of women's professional tennis. Her journey to this moment has not been built on shortcuts. It has been shaped by early mornings, long travel days, and matches played far from cheering crowds. Tenny remembers practicing on courts where the lines were faded and the nets sagged slightly in the middle. She remembers losses that stung for days and wins that came quietly, without cameras or headlines. Each experience added a layer of resilience, a deeper understanding of what it truly means to compete. The PH Women's Open offers something more than ranking points or prize money. For Tenny, it offers visibility, an opportunity to test her game against players who live week to week on the professional circuit. At this level, nothing is given. Every rally is earned, every mistake punished. It is the kind of environment that exposes weaknesses quickly but also rewards courage. What excites Tenny most is not the pressure, but the challenge. She has always believed that growth begins where comfort ends. The WTA 125 stage demands sharper footwork, smarter shot selection, and emotional control under stress. It requires a player to think not just about hitting the ball, but about constructing points, reading opponents, and managing momentum. These are the details she has been preparing for, often imagining moments like this during training sessions that stretched late into the evening. There is also something special about making this debut in the Philippines. The crowd, curious and passionate, brings a warmth that cannot be replicated elsewhere. Tenny feels it in the way people watch closely, in the way young fans linger by the fences hoping for a glimpse of a professional player chasing her dream. She knows that for some of them, seeing her on court might spark an idea. Maybe I can do this too. That awareness adds meaning to her presence. Tenny does not see herself as a finished product, but as part of a larger story, one where women's tennis continues to grow, reach new places, and inspire new generations. Competing at the PH Women's Open allows her to be both a student of the game and a symbol of possibility. As match day approaches, nerves naturally surface. Tenny acknowledges them rather than fighting them. She understands that nerves are a sign of care, of investment. They remind her that this moment matters. Instead of letting anxiety take control, she returns to her routines, visualizing points, breathing deeply, and reminding herself why she started playing tennis in the first place. Not for rankings, not for validation, but for the joy of competition and self-expression. On court, Tenny Madis is known for her determination. She may not always dominate with power, but she compensates with intelligence and heart. She chases down balls others might give up on. She adapts. She fights. These qualities, shaped over years of grinding through smaller events, now have a platform at the WTA 125 level. The debut itself is only the beginning. Tenny knows that one tournament does not define a career. Still, firsts carry weight. They linger in memory, becoming reference points in moments of doubt or reflection. Years from now, she may look back at the PH Women's Open as the place where she truly felt like a professional, not because of the logo on the draw sheet, but because she believed she belonged.